All right, thank you guys so much for being here. You know, Shadowbox Live is America's largest resident theater company, and we're also America's only performing rock arts organization. And we produce over 19 different original productions a year with over 550 performances. So, thank you. So if you ever hear anyone say there's nothing to do in Columbus, you tell them that's bullshit. And tell them to come on down. And we hope you guys come back and see all of our shows throughout the year. But we're extremely excited to present for you tonight's production. There were many, many kind words that were said out in the bistro, and I do want to take a moment and say that this would not be possible without a lot of hands helping out. A big shout out again to Alec Whiteman for taking a huge leap of faith. He had no idea what the hell he was getting into. Thank you. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, who continues an amazing partnership with us throughout the year outside of this. Their staff is amazing. If you've not been up there, please, please do that. It's incredibly impactful, and I encourage everybody to do that. Thank you. Also, the Columbus Partnership for all that you do for our community. And, of course, I'd also like to thank our CEOs that we are celebrating tonight and the impact of just music overall. And I also have to take a personal shout out to my band who makes this all possible, and my staff. The Shadowbox staff works tirelessly. Thank you all for helping to make this come to fruition. But tonight is about some amazing community leaders, and I'd like to take a moment to introduce them. I'd like to introduce Nick Akins, CEO of AEP, on drums. Come on out here, Nick. Where are you coming? There he is. George Barrett, CEO of Cardinal Health, on vocals and guitar. Dr. Michael Drake from The Ohio State University. OH. There you go. And Greg Harris, CEO of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. All right, so I am going to turn it now over to Greg to talk about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and we're going to get these guys off stage and ready. So we'll see you soon. All right, go that way, guys. Go that way.
All right, thank you, Stacy. Hey, thank you, first and foremost, Shadowbox. This has been an honor the last 3 years to do this, so thank you. Thank you to Baker Hostetler. Alec and the rest of the crew, thank you. And to the Columbus Partnership, thank you. And I'm mindful that I'm standing between you and the bar and a hot rod band that's ready to crank. But I do need to say that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is truly honored to be connected to this wonderful community here in Columbus and to all of you. That's the magic of rock and roll. It connects all of us. This is the most powerful art form ever created. It's the music that changed the world. It taught us how to think differently, to act differently. It reflects our culture, but it also shapes it. And the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has been here in Ohio for the last 22 years. Thank you. All right. We've welcomed, here's the time to applause, 12 million people through our doors in that time. And I guess since the partnership is here, those 12 million people brought an economic impact to the state of Ohio of $2.2 billion. So, and the great thing about a place like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is it's always evolving, it's always changing. Tomorrow morning, we're going to announce our nominees for next year's class. It'll be our 33rd induction. We just opened up a satellite museum in Tokyo, and we have traveling exhibits on the road, and so it's constantly changing, much like rock and roll. And I'd like to give you a peek at some of the things that are happening just up 271, only about 2 hours away. Let's roll the tape, and I want to show you some of the great changes just from this year. Hit it.
There's something happening here.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
If you can get here in person.
It's quite a place.
It's better than Disneyland.
This is the center of the universe.
Hey, Mom and Dad, did you ever think that Christmas guitar would lead to this?
You need to get up and come to Cleveland.
Come to Cleveland, Ohio.
I'll see you at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Should I stay or should I go now?
I say you're damn right, we rock and roll. Somebody say yeah for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
So that was a look at our last 22 years. Now we're planning for the next 22. And we're making major investments in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We have a brand new theater that the great Jonathan Demme created. His last production was a production for us, and it's our featured piece that opened up on July 1. We did 60 days of live music at the museum last summer, and we have new restaurants, we have new activities and new exhibits. I encourage all of you to come and check it out and be part of it in any way you can. In addition, our inductions are back here in Ohio. Yes? April 14th. And again, the class tomorrow, the nominees will be announced. We're going to announce the inductees in December. Then the induction is in Ohio in April of 2018. And every other year thereafter, it'll be here. Now, in addition to all those great things, we have important educational programs. These programs are supported by the Ohio Arts Council. They don't teach kids how to play instruments or write songs. They teach them math, science, social studies through the prism of rock and roll. How else can you study civil rights without studying rock and roll music? So, thank you. Some of our teachers came down here today at Shadowbox and had kids from Columbus schools. I think we have some images of that. Maybe? Just picture it. You showed them. All right. So they came down and delivered these amazing programs, and it's just ways like that that we continue to extend what we do. And our vision that drives us every day is to broaden our reach through meaningful connections with visitors, fans, artists, and each other. The keys there are we want to broaden our reach. We're not content just to be this one great place. We need to be wider and reach many. And we want to do it through meaningful connections. Meaningful connections can be one-on-one conversations. They can be a room full of people experiencing great rock and roll. That's a meaningful connection. And we want to do that as much as we can. With that, I thank you all for being here. And it's my honor to turn toward this band and say, are you guys ready? Okay. Are you guys ready? I think you are. Let's hit it. All right.
Our first artist began her career as a child, singing gospel in her father's church. In 1967, she was signed to Atlantic Records, and the rest, as they say, is history. Aretha Franklin is easily Billboard's most charted female artist, with 77 top 100 entries, 17 top 10 pop singles, and 21 #1 R&B singles. In 1987, this 18-time Grammy winner became the first female artist inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now let's rock steady with some music from the Queen of Soul.
What I feel now. That's how the song exactly what it is. Band is regarded as the world's first successful supergroup. They had a sound, the blend of hybrid blues, hard rock, and psychedelic rock. They paved the way for bands like Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, and Black Sabbath. The band had a significant impact on popular music of the time. And the band's guitarist, Eric Clapton, along with the other notable guitarists like Jimi Hendrix, pioneered the use of the wah-wah pedal. Inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1993. Here's a song by Cream.
Love.
formed in Jacksonville, Florida in 1969 by two brothers, Dwayne and Greg. The band incorporates Southern rock, blues, jazz, and country music. And their live shows include powerful jazz band style jam sessions. They were awarded 7 gold and 4 platinum albums. This next song has folk blues themes of desperation, determination, and a man on the run. Inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1995, here's a song from the Allman Brothers. The Beatles were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1988. And although Lennon and McCartney received most of the songwriting credit, George Harrison grew tremendously over the years. And after the Beatles, he had a successful solo career and also performed with the Traveling Wilburys. A lineup including Bob Dylan, Roy Orbison, Jeff Lynne, and the late, great Tom Petty. And now, here's a George Harrison classic.
I say it's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to their faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. And I say it's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. 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 Little darling, I feel the icing slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. And I say, it's alright. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. And I say, it's alright. It's alright.
Our next band formed in Seattle, Washington in 1990 and became one of the, yeah, that's right, and became one of the leading bands of the grunge movement of that decade. With Mike McCready's visceral guitar leads and Eddie Vedder's undeniable vocals. Yeah, keep clapping, that's right. Love these guys. They have outlasted and outsold many of their alternative rock contemporaries and have made a permanent impact on the genre. Inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on April 7th of this year, their first year of eligibility, by the way. Please enjoy the music of Pearl Jam.
Maybe he'll see a little better Saturday.
formed in San Francisco in 1973. And with Steve Perry's voice, soon became one of the most beloved groups of all time. They have sold 48 million albums in the US, making them the 25th best-selling band. Their songs have become arena rock staples and are still played on rock radio stations across the world. They were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with the class of 2017. Now here's a little journey for you.
Said we try loving, touching, squeezing each other. When I'm alone, all by myself, you're out. Someone else.
Next band's heady psychedelia, combustible group dynamic, and adventuresome live shows made them one of the defining acts of their era. Inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1996, Jefferson Airplane epitomized the San Francisco scene of the mid to late 60s. In that era, San Francisco became the American Liverpool, and Jefferson Airplane were its Beatles. Tonight, we are honored to have Hall of Fame inductee and former Jefferson Airplane guitarist, Jorma Kaukonen. Right?
know, was an American blues band formed in 1969 by guitarist vocalist Jorma Kaukonen and bassist Jack Cassidy. The band was a side project to Jefferson Airplane, intended to mark time until Grace Slick recovered from throat surgery. The band has always been a fluid aggregation with musicians coming and going. Next up is There Come Back Baby.
Come back, baby. Oh, baby, please don't go. Well, I love you, child. I said I want the world to know. Come back, baby. Talk it over one more time. This whole world met one day. Come back, baby. Child, now don't go away. Come back, baby. Talk it over one more. baby, please don't go. Well, love you, child. I said I want the world to know. Come back, baby. Talk it over. One more.
Our next artist was an American musician and songwriter who was involved with numerous best-selling pop records over the course of his 60-year career. His genres included pop, rock, blues, country, bluegrass standards, gospel, and surf records. As a pianist, he played in his early years on albums by the Beach Boys and Jan and Dean. Elton John called him a mentor and an inspiration. Inducted in 2011, he was the man responsible for what we know as the Joe Cocker sound. Here's music from Leon Russell.
Whoa, yeah. How many days has it been since I was born? And how many days until I die? Do I know many ways that I can make you laugh? Or do I only know how to make you cry? When the baby looks around him, such a sight to see. He shares a simple secret with a wife. He's a stranger in a strange land. Just a stranger in a strange land. Tell me why. He's a stranger in a strange land. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Stranger in a strange How many miles will it take to see the sun? And how many years until it's done? Kiss my confusion away in the night. Lay by my side when the morning comes. When the baby looks around him, shares his bed of hay with a burrow in the palace of the king. He's a stranger in a strange land. Tell me why. Just a stranger in a strange land. He's a stranger in a strange land. Just a stranger in a strange land.
Irish rock band was formed in London in 1968, and they explored several musical styles, but they are notably regarded as progressive rock pioneers. Receiving 5 Grammy nominations between 1985 and 1992, they are the most successful, influential, and longest-lasting progressive rock bands. In April of this year, they were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Here's the music of Yes.
Look yourself, you
Charles Edward Anderson Barry was a singer, songwriter, musician, and one of the most powerful musical pioneers ever, bending the elements of rhythm and blues into the distinctive structure of rock and roll. Writing lyrics that focused on teen life and consumerism while developing a music style that included blazing guitar solos and larger-than-life showmanship, there is not a rock band since that hasn't been influenced by his work. So naturally, Chuck Berry was among the first musicians inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1986.
Way down in Louisiana, goes to New Orleans. Way back up in the woods among the evergreens. There stood an old cabin made of earth and wood. Lived a country boy named Johnny B. Good. He never really loved to read around so well, but he could play guitar like a ring and a bell. Go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, go. Johnny be good. He carried a guitar and a garden sack, sat beneath the trees by the railroad tracks. Oh, well, underneath the seat sitting in the shade, drumming to the rhythm that the drivers made. People passing by would stop and say, oh, wow, but that little country boy can play. Go, go, Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, go, go. Go, Johnny, go, go, go. Oh, go. Johnny be good. Mama told him someday you will be a man. You will be the leader of a big old band. Many people coming from a mile around to hear you play your music when the sun goes down. Maybe someday your name will be in line saying Johnny be good tonight. Go, 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 Johnny, go. Go, go, Johnny, go. Go, 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 Johnny, go. Go, 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 Johnny, go. Oh, go. Johnny be good.
Prince was a rare artist that could do everything well: sing, dance, play guitar, write and arrange songs, produce music, and lead a band. An astoundingly prolific and chameleonic songwriter, Prince released 39 albums in his nearly 40-year career. He also invented the Minneapolis sound, an electric and eclectic funk, R&B, synth rock hybrid that was hugely influential in the 80s and beyond. Inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2004, here is the music of Prince.
I never meant to cause you any sorrow. I never meant to cause you any pain.
I only wanted one time to see you laughing. I only want to see you laughing in that purple rain.
Purple rain.
some kind of prayer. Yeah.
Baby, I could never steal you from another. It's such a shame our friendship had to end. Purple rain, purple rain, purple rain, purple rain, purple rain, purple rain. Only wanted to see you underneath that purple rain.
Honey, I know, times are changing. It's time we all reach out for something new, and that means you too. You say you want a leader, but you can't seem to make up your mind. Think you better close. Let me guide you to the purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. You know what I'm singing about? Come on, raise your hand now. Purple rain, purple rain. I only want to see you. I only want to see you in the purple rain.
Thank you all so much. That was our show for this evening. Let's do a big shout out. Dr. Michael Drake on guitar. George Barrett on guitar and vocals. Nick Akins on the drums. Greg Harris on guitar. All right, what are you feeling? You want one more? One more? That was easy. All right, let's do it. Let's do a little Bruno Mars.
This hit them ice cold. Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Stylin', up in the city with Chuck's on and Saint Laurent. I gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot,
Hot damn!
for the police and the fireman. I'm too hot,
Hot damn!
make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot,
Hot damn!
say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot,
Hot damn!
and my band bout that money.
Break it down!
Girls hit hallelujah, girls hit hallelujah, girls hit hallelujah, cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to you, cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to you, cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot, don't believe me, just watch, come on! Ha! Don't believe me, just watch, come on! Ha! Don't believe me, just watch.
Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Hey, 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 oh.
Stop. Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some liquor in it. Take a sip, sign a check. Julio, get the stretch. Ride to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show out. Smoother than a fresh shot skipping. I'm too hot.
Hot damn!
For the police and the fireman. I'm too hot.
Hot damn!
Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot.
Hot damn!
Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot.
Hot damn!
And my band bout that money.
Break it down!
Girls hit you hallelujah. Girls hit you hallelujah. Girls hit you hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Ha! Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Ha! Don't believe me, just watch.
Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Hey, 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 oh.
All right, y'all have a good time tonight? Good, I think you're amped up to sing this song with me. You know the words. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Come on now. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Help me out, baby. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. You got it. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you sexy, then flaunt it. If you freaky,